Hey, my name is Tatiana and you're watching my YouTube channel Teaching is Fun. Today I'd like to talk about oral error correction. So, oral error correction. According to Lyster and Ranta, a model to categorize the types of spoken errors are next: explicit correction, recast, clarification request, metalinguistic clues, and elicitation and repetition. Now I'd like to give you some examples of these corrections. Number one is explicit correction. For example, a student says, "There is a little milk in fridge." Teacher pauses in order to give students some time to think, and then the teacher says, "in the fridge." Number two is recast. For example, a student says, "He liked pop music," and the teacher, "Yes, he likes pop music." Number three is clarification request. The teacher indicates that the message has not been understood. For example, a student says, "There aren't many hotels in this town," and the teacher, again. Number four is metalinguistic clues. The teacher poses questions like, "Do we say it like that? What do we call it in English?" For example, a student says, "There isn't any books." The teacher pauses again to give some time to think, and then the teacher explains, "There isn't," and translation of books into L1, uncountable, and some more explanations. And another student says, "There isn't any money," for example. Number five is elicitation. A student says, "There are a few books in my library." "In my," the teacher says, and a student is supposed to correct himself or herself. Number six is repetition. For example, a student says, "How much money do you have in your pocket?" Pocket? Different student says, "Pocket." "Yes," teacher says. Lyster and Ranta conducted a research study. Their participants were young learners in a French immersion program. Teacher-student interactions were recorded, and the results yield the percentage description of the 6 feedback types as request 55%, elicitation 14%, clarification request 11%, metalinguistic clues 8%, explicit correction 7%, and repetition of errors 5%. Recasts were by far the most widely used technique. I'd like to mention that I've taken this information from the research paper, which is a classroom research study on oral error correction, which was conducted by Abdullah Coskun in 2010. If you've got any questions, do not hesitate and leave a comment below.